So one of the key ways that Twitch has kept so many of its users bleeding purple and staying loyal to the site is building this whole culture and community within the site. So many other sites offer things like 4K streaming, better streaming experiences, better video players, less lag, DVR, all these features, but they don't have the emotes. And emotes are just really integral to Twitch. Like you see it incorporated in the marketing and the brand and everything. But, what do these emotes mean for the streamer? Like, what do they mean for their career? Do they affect their career? Well, that's what we're going to take a look at in today's video. So the interesting thing about emotes is despite them being used on shirts and apparel and everywhere, it's actually quite hard to find data on the usage of emotes. There's really only two sources that seem reputable. So the first is the all-time emotes usage chart from Stream Elements. So basically it tracks usage of all emotes all time. And then there's this Twitch emotes site, but what we're gonna do is we're gonna take a look at some of the stats of the site, and we're gonna take a look at the all-time leader on Stream Elements, and we're also gonna take a look at whatever is doing the best on the Twitch emote site. So let's go to Stream Elements first, and of course, it's the legend, the Forsen E emote. So if you don't know the Forsen E emote, it comes from Forsen. Forsen is a Swedish streamer, used to be a Hearthstone pro and a StarCraft pro, has been streaming since 2011, and in January 2018, he actually took the crown of having the most used emote site-wide on Twitch, and this was part of a massive coordinated effort between Forsen's Reddit and Discord communities to spam that emote everywhere they could. It was actually pretty extensively covered within a Polygon article. So 2017 to 2018 was basically Forsen's best years. In 2018, he was averaging at least 10,000 subscribers and hit his peak concurrent viewership of 80,000 viewers. So from August 2017 to September, Forsen's viewership basically doubled, and he started reversing a trend of decreasing subscribers. And by the time he had hit the January 2018 spammed emote milestone, he had basically multiplied his subscribers by 8 times. So he went from making about 2,500 a month to making over 20,000 a month. And by April 2018, the subscriber count actually doubled again. Now, Forsen has, maintained some momentum, he's still in the top 100 Twitch channels for 10,000 viewers on average, but he did suffer a bit of drawbacks, basically, the subscriber count, has dipped down to about 6,000 or so. But then he also received the ban on Twitch, where he was banned for 3 months, which of course affected subscribers. But then this basically kind of lit a fuse, and when he returned, his subscribers rocketed up again to about 10,000 subscribers, ton of viewership. So it really goes to show you that as long as you give Stream Monsters an Ultim, if you give Stream Monsters a goal and recognition, if you give Stream Monsters a goal and recognition, then they will definitely rocket your earnings to the moon. You just gotta keep that energy focused like Forsen does, the way he breaks games and creates all the memes that you see on Twitch. In fact, another one of Forsen's emotes is actually the third most all-time used emote on the Stream Elements chart. So again, a lot of stats with Twitch emotes don't seem to be tracked too much, at least not publicly, or Twitch doesn't disclose it. But the Twitch emote site, the top emote that I saw when I was researching this video was Chipsa, and this comes from a Overwatch streamer known as Chipsa, used to be an Overwatch pro. And all right, a bit of post-production Offcast here. So when I recorded this video, it was about a month ago, and I'm editing it now in the end of May. And a couple things have happened since then. So the actual Chips a Keck emote was taken from the KEKW or KEKW emote, which is a Franker Z emote. The rabbit hole gets really deep here. But anyway, the original inspiration for that emote, El Ricitas, actually passed away, unfortunately, throughout this period, which kind of made an explosion in the use of the emote. So this emote, people noticed that it was a subscriber emote, and it actually did start appearing on the emote leaderboard on Stream Elements. So originally, like, there was this whole extended period where I couldn't trust the Twitch emote site because it didn't seem to be accurate with this emote being the top emote constantly on the site. But looking deeper into it, I saw that it was a emote that did really get a huge explosion in usage. But the funny part is that even though this emote is used quite a bit now, it's on the leaderboard, the subscriber count for Chipsa didn't really like follow with that. Like, whereas with Forsen and this whole kind of like motivation to make him the top emote, you know, basically exploded his subscriber count. But on Chipsa, it's kind of, you know, it has actually doubled from before the usage period, but it hasn't had like that crazy huge blast. Like, it seems to kind of maybe have tapered off a bit. And the tricky part is that Twitch trackers, subscriber tracking, like, you know, Twitch doesn't really always necessarily make it publicly available, this data. So I don't know what these sites are using to kind of get around that or find it, but each site has different reporting metrics on, you know, top subscribers and stuff like that. I think probably the only stats that you could probably actually track is whatever Streamlabs probably releases, because, you know, their software actually ties into the Twitch API and pulls your channel data. So, you know, with their usage count, you can probably see it, or any kind of like emote site would, or web overlay site that's actually connected to your account, they would probably have the most accurate data. But basically, yeah, I kind of had this whole extended segment on, you know, kind of saying that Twitch emotes wasn't reliable, and it didn't seem like this Chipsa Keck emote was being used too much, but turns out that it is. So a slight edit, but the point still kind of originally remains, where it didn't really translate into the success that Forsen necessarily saw. But post-production Offcast, back into the original video. So as I mentioned earlier, that these emotes are vital to the Twitch community and Twitch culture. Like, if you look at any type of Twitch apparel or merch or marketing, it's all using like global emotes, and, you know, being a global emote is now a big thing. They offer it at, you know, TwitchCon. What do they call it? The PJ Sultan. It's like a prize to be a global emote, and people put it on their profiles. They're a global emote, and it means money too. Like, hopefully some of the global emotes have arranged deals to have been getting paid for their likeness or brand. I know some have said that they've just signed it away. I think that was a story with Kappa. But there's also stories of the other global emotes, you know, being paid for having their likenesses used. And same for the streamers as well. Like, if you have emotes that the community really enjoys and likes to use and has fun with, then it's more income for you. And you should use those emotes and put up on apparel and merch and monetize your culture in as many ways as possible. I mean, I know that sounds a bit lame. You're like, I'm not a sellout, but yeah, we're all kind of sellouts. We're trying to get paid playing video games or whatever else you want to do on Twitch. Have fun with the emotes. Like, you can make it like Exodia, where there's different parts and put it together. Like, I'm a big fan of my, you know, Valle face emote, and especially the avoiding the puddle version, where you get to make a huger version of it. But I want to know from you, are there like any emotes that you like? Like, what's your favorite emotes, and what do you think is the power of emotes? Like, do you think emotes are why you keep watching Twitch? You know, is there other emote styles that other brands or streaming companies are using? And, you know, are you part of the Forsen army? Are you going to keep it as a top emote? Because some of the other ones are creeping up. Let me know in the comments. Thanks again for watching. Give a like if this was helpful, and subscribe if you want like more of these videos, kind of taking a look into different aspects of the streaming culture. All right, catch you on the next one.